Good morning, guys. And today is Tuesday, and I'll be taking you through my day and also discussing some questions you have about MBBS abroad or MBBS in Armenia, where I did my MBBS from. And these are the new types of videos which I'm going to do, which is like vlog style, also answering, like, also discussing some topic and taking you throughout my day. So the first thing I have tried to change today is working out. So I usually do questions. If you see my other day in my life videos, I do questions in the morning to wake myself up. But it was like after coming back from internship, I was not feeling like working out. I was so tired. So I'm trying to change something. I will be working out in the morning, and after internship I'll continue studying. So let's see how it goes. So it's finally time to go to the hospital, and I am on time. So let's begin with the first question, which was asked a lot. I guess I have, not answered this question because I didn't know the answer myself. But just because so many of you asked this question, I researched about it, I asked some of my seniors, and here is the answer. The question is, first of all, the question is that can you take transfer from some foreign university to Armenia, let's say to my university, which was Yerevan State Medical University? Can you take transfer? The clear-cut official answer to this is no. NMC or MCI before the NMC got out this rule that you must complete your MBBS abroad from one university only which is in the basically you need to stay in the same country and complete the MBBS from that very university. So that was the rule. So let's say if you are going to take transfer from some XYZ country to Armenia, then it will be a problem because it will show in your passport that no, you were not there present at the same university for the whole course. But here's an exception. Because of the war of Ukraine and also because of the pandemic which started out in China, the government has, in my knowledge, has some special rules to this, that these students will be allowed a transfer because these are special circumstances and no one predicted it. And what are these special rules and all? To be honest, the government, or I have not seen any circular regarding that, but from what my seniors told me is that yes, there is being made some provision for these students to take transfer, and that will be exclusively allowed by the NMC. Apart from these special circumstances, if you are just in some country which is absolutely fine and does not have an ongoing war or anything, you cannot take transfer. If you take transfer, it will be a problem, I guess. So I would advise against it. So this is the official answer, and this is the right answer in my opinion. And yeah, but before doing anything, I would still suggest you do your research. But I guess I am 99% sure, because the source, which is Dr. Prabjot, he's doing MD AIMS from MD Anatomy from AIMS Jodhpur, and he's very well, he's very well known in this space about the new circulars for FMG students and all. So I asked him, he's an alumni of my university, and yeah, I'll drop a link to his YouTube channel, Instagram down below, and if you have more questions you can definitely ask him. But that was his official answer to me, and that's why I would advise against the transfer to another university. Talking about my university does not accept transfers of Indian students. My university accepts transfer for foreign students, for example students from other countries, not Indian nationals. They sometimes come in second, third year, but Indian nationals no, because of the rule by the government of India. My university does not take. So yeah, that's about it. And I think we can cover some more questions before I reach the hospital. So let's see. So another question we have here is internship back in India necessary to give or to go to abroad, let's say UK through the PLAB pathway and to US through the US Family pathway, which is the only pathway. So is internship necessary to do residency abroad? And the answer is twofold here. For PLAB, for UK, it is necessary. Mostly UK does not take foreign nationals in the freshman year 1, which is FY1, what they call it. They usually take the foreign nationals in FY2, and they require that you do 1 year of internship in your country. So here is the caveat. If your country's internship, like the certificate, can be provided in English, you don't need to actually come back to India and do the internship. You can just do the internship in your country of medical school. Let's say in Armenia, I can just do the 1 year internship after my college ends in Armenia, and then I'm like fit to go for PLAB, barring I clear my exams. So there is no need to give FMG in that case. This is for PLAB. For USMLE or like to go to US, you absolutely do not need to do any internship. You directly get, when you go into residence, you directly go into the first year, which is also called the intern year, and you just need to have your USMLE scores, some US clinical experience, and the whole thing, and you need to enhance your CV and scores and everything, and you need to apply for the match, and then you are good to go. You are not required to clear FMG back in your home country. You're not required to do internship in your home country. So yeah, that's all. So one interesting thing, because I was shooting vlog, I forgot my wallet and my AirPods. So today I am going to the hospital without my wallet, which actually has my driving license. Thank God I have a picture if something happens. So without wallet and without my AirPods. Let's see how the day goes. So I'm done with the rounds for gastro. Today we saw a very interesting patient with a characteristic butterfly rash. So we thought it's SLE, and the reports came in today for the ANA profile. So ANA was positive, but to our surprise, anti-DS DNA was negative. So anti-DS DNA is the most specific marker for SLE. That was negative, but the patient had like joint pains, characteristic rash. But anti-SSA, anti-SSB antibodies were positive, which are more specific for Sjogren's. So one of you asked that how is the practical exposure abroad. So I'll ask my friends how was the practical exposure in their colleges in their countries. So this is Dr. Aman, who has done her MBBS from Russia. So how was the practical exposure there?
Okay, so the practical exposure was like great, but the only problem was during the patient and doctor interaction, because most of the time जो students होते थे उनको Russian इतने अच्छे से आती नहीं थी. Although अगर आपको अच्छे से आती भी है, but there are few words in Russian जिसके बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब different meanings
language barrier.
Yeah, तो उसकी वजह से थोड़ी problem होती थी. Otherwise it was all good.
So
if you are interested, only if you are interested, because like हमें हमारे टीचर्स इन सर्जरीज OTs में भी लेके जाते थे. थर्ड ईयर से हम लोग स्टार्ट कर दिया था हम लोगों ने, and it was all nice.
So third year to sixth year you got all the practical exposure. Very nice. Now we come to Philippines. So Dr. Utkarsh has done his MBBS from Philippines. So how was the practical exposure there?
The practical exposure there was, I think, better than India, because we were given a lot of things to do there. We were handling the OPDs, the OTs. We were made to do a lot of procedures. So if you meet someone who's done the MBBS from Philippines, you'll probably find that they already know how to do the basic procedures like cannulation and fatty tap and LP and all those things.
And as for and as for Armenia, the practical exposure was pretty much the same. There was language difficulty, but yeah, we got to do everything, all the procedures which you get to do in medical school, and we also got to practice on, what do you call it? Robots,
Dummies.
dummies, dummies or robots. All the procedure, including intubation, RT tube insertion. What else is there?
Enema.
Catheterization.
Enema.
In IV, IM, everything you get to do on dummies, and other practical exposure you can do with patients. So posting is over, and yeah, I did a lot of things after the OPD and the gastro rounds. I actually saw my intern friend right here. So yeah, I actually saw some new patients from medicine. I know it's not my medicine posting, but I usually go on medicine rounds with my friends and senior consultants because it's just my interest. Also, I prepared some discharges for the old patients we were seeing for medicine. And yeah, that's about it, and it was time to go home. And now on the way back, let me answer a few more questions for you. So first question, or like we have, is about flats and hostels. So which is better when you're staying abroad? See, first year everyone has to stay in the hostel in my university in Armenia, and I think it's pretty good to stay in the hostel, especially in the first year, because you know there are other people who will tell you if there is any problem, you don't know the way to somewhere, obviously there are language issues and everything. Like, hostel is instant help from your seniors and other students. Also, first year you don't have anyone there, so living in the hostel also kinds of builds friendships. So I would really recommend, first year live in the hostel. Of course, there are the cons of living in the hostel. You might have a public bathroom, let's say, not a personal bathroom, and you have to share a lot of things, and there will be strict hours. Let's say you cannot enter the hostel after 11 p.m. or so. For example, if you are out eating dinner, you must come back at a certain time, or the hostel gates will close. You cannot invite your friends who live outside to your hostel room because of security. So this can be a con and a pro. Like, hostel has its pros, but after first year I shifted to flats. I shifted to a flat with my friend, so we both took a flat, and yeah, I feel flat was much better. I had my own privacy. I actually learned how to manage everything, to clean, to cook. If there was any fault in the house, the bulb is not working, so all those skills also I learned while living in the flat with my roommate. And I personally feel living in a flat was much better. Obviously, hostel first year was cheap compared to flats, but usually hostel is not that much cheap as compared to flats. It is a bit cheaper, but depends. For example, there was one more hostel of a university which had personal bathroom and all attached to your room, so that hostel was as expensive as taking a flat outside. So again, it depends on your preferences. Another question we have, or it was more of a statement, that MBBS abroad is 8 years, and while in India it's 4.5 years plus 1 year internship. So let me clear this. It's not 8 years. It is actually, let's say, in the Eurasia region or in Europe region, MBBS is 6 years. So the first 3 years are preclinical years, and the next 3 years are clinical years. So in 6 years you are done. Now if you wish to come back to India, you have to pass your FMG exam and do 1 year internship. So that can effectively take it to 7 years before you start earning any money. but to become a doctor, 6 years. That's all. You, after working, for example, after clearing the exam there, you can start working there if you wish to and earn money if you work, and basically you will be a doctor after 6 years. So that is the case. Then one more question we had was about the monthly expenses and everything. I think that needs a separate video of its own, monthly expenses. So I guess I'll be making that in the future. So let me know if you guys are interested in that how much I spent, or let's say in a year in Armenia, or in total 6 years. So I will calculate everything and come up with a figure, and if that helps you decide your college, then I would love to make a video like this. So let me know down in the comment section below. And yeah, I think there were more questions which were repeated, and I feel I have answered most of them. There was one more question about summing up my experience. Again, I don't think so I can sum up my whole experience in a short video, because I spent my 6 years of my life there, and most of the adult years from 18 to 24 there. So it was a major chunk of my life. Formed families there, friends who became family. So yeah, it's hard to describe everything in a small video, but all in all, if I have to sum up in one word, it was like unforgettable. I would do that again if I had the choice to go do MBBS abroad. No regrets. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Hope you liked this video, and hope you gained something from it. And I was happy to take you through a day in my life. Today the day was filled with surgery postings, to gastro, to medicine, making discharges, seeing new patients and everything else. And that's pretty much how a day looks like in internship. That's what you do all day, depends on your posting. And yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and show your love in the comment section, and share this video with your friends who you think are in this process of taking admissions or something like that, or an internship, and they'll help you. I think I'm talking too much right now. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.